Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here, welcome back to another Monster Hunter Online video. Now, just before I get started, I know you guys have been asking to see Monster Hunter Generations, and I promise you guys it will be back in a couple of weeks. Basically, I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter Online recently, and it's also been super busy this week because I'm flying out on Saturday to LA for E3 next week. So it's basically just been super hectic, so I figured I'd bring you guys some Monster Hunter Online because I've been playing it. And then when I get back from E3, I will resume the Monster Hunter Generations coverage because of course we'll be getting very close to launch. So just hang tight till then. But for the time being, I have been hunting some new monsters, so I figured I'd show you guys something you might not have seen before. Plus I've got a fancy new armor set, if you can see here. This is from a monster called, now I believe it's called Baelidae or Baelidae. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce it. Basically, it's a spider meets crab. Think like Nosilla meets Daimyo Hermitor. It's considered a Carapacian, but we're going to go and fight it. But this is what the armor set looks like. It's pretty cool. It looks sort of like a... Well, the face mask makes me look a little bit like Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But anyway, let's jump straight in. Also, the English patch is available. It's not on my game right now because there was recently an update to the Chinese client for Monster Hunter Online. And whenever that happens, the English patch also needs to be updated. So for the time being, the team are working hard to try and sort of get that fixed. So as and when it does get updated, of course, I'll throw it back on. But for the time being, we're going to jump in with this. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go over and jump to this board. Now this board here is actually your bounty board. Basically each day you can do up to 2 bounties. It's typically a modifier for a quest or like a condition, so like complete the quest in under 10 minutes or get a gold reward. And when you do it you get additional Zenny and stuff. I'm going to leave it for now because there are certain ones that I'm working on. But this is where you can kind of go to, you want to pick these up before you start quests. And then afterwards we then run over here and this is where you start. So I'm currently in the kind of third section, so to speak. I'm still on a level-based stuff, so you start to level up first, you go through... I'm not actually sure how far the levels go, but then once you hit a certain level, you start to do Hunter ranks instead. But if we dive back into here, we're going to go and select the spider, and there are 2 difficulties down here. You've got the top one, which is basically normal, and the one down below is challenge mode. Now, challenge is the one that I'm going to do now, because it makes it stronger, it's obviously slightly harder, but I want to show you guys a couple of things during the hunt, and if I do the normal mode one, I will just end up killing it too quickly. I think the normal mode one I can do in about 2 minutes or something, so yeah. Sweet, so let's go to our box first and grab some cheeky free items. Probably won't need them too much. The spider doesn't actually hit too hard, it's quite an easy like fight, obviously it's early on in the game. But it's a pretty cool monster, something you guys might not have seen before. Also, so one of the new things I've got for my sword and shield, you can basically unlock moves. It's not quite like sort of Hunter Arts or anything like that in Generations, but it's probably the closest comparison. But basically with my sword and shield, the one that I've unlocked at the moment is after an attack. If I roll back and then press left and right stick, left and right click even, I can basically jump back. It's called a roll counter, and then it basically allows me just to sort of jump in, and which is quite useful because it means that I can roll away from an attack and then get straight back in the action. There is also another move. If you look in the top left hand corner of the screen, at least once I come back from the loading screen, you'll of course see the usual Monster Hunter clock with the sort of dragon shape around it. That's actually a meter, and the more that I fight, the more that fills up, and when it gets full I can actually press F and I can... oh, okay, that's a new one. I can press F and it will basically start to do a special move. I don't even know what's going on here. This is weird. It must be like a server latency thing. Do bear in mind this is a Chinese game and whatnot, so I'm playing from the UK. Anyway. So yeah, this is obviously, you can see like form factor, it's very similar to a crab, but of course it's got spider elements, so it can tie you down with webbing. It's got, it'll swing like Nosilla as well, and all that stuff like that. So yeah, you can see if you look in the top left hand corner, you can see that there's that meter starting to fill up. It's very, very slow. You'll probably only see 1 per hunt, unless you're on like a really, really long hunt. But it does fill up, and when it does, every single move, or every single weapon's got a special... oh, crap. Yeah, this is what I like about this move. Like, it allows you to be like hyper aggressive because you can cancel that as much as you want. You can roll back and go, jump in, jump back in, jump back in. So it's really, really good. And there are more moves as well. I think each weapon's got about 3 moves you can unlock. That thing that appears on the screen, by the way, those grey bars, it's actually really useful. It tells me I'm about to leave the area, so instead of accidentally walking out, I kind of know straight away, which is super cool. Yeah, this is probably going to be about because normally when I do this with a team of 4, we've actually done some multiplayer hunts on stream, which I'll probably show you guys at some point, like later on. Yeah, normally this takes about 5 minutes. So if I'm doing this solo, I imagine it's going to be sort of like a 10-15 minute hunt, but we'll see how it goes. I might cut straight to some of the exciting stuff afterwards, but we'll see. You guys are probably more interested in seeing a whole hunt, so let's go with that. Also, this is a slightly weaker sword and shield. I finished farming this spider, and I went to make its weapon, and I actually decided to make a hammer because this armor set actually has KO King, and I was like, well, I mean, obviously you can knock out with a sword and shield, but I was like, well, let me try hammer in the interest of trying out most of the weapons in here. I mean, hammer's good. It's just that in Monster Hunter Online, I better heal. The hitboxes are quite tight, so trying to get a KO with a hammer isn't quite as fluid or straightforward as it is in, say, regular Monster Hunter games. And it just doesn't feel quite as good as hammer normally does, so I actually really, really like sword and shield. So I'm just going to go in with that. Oh no. Apologies for the keyboard tapping. You can play with this control pad as well. Oh no! Leave me alone, spider. Whoa, see that dodge? See, that's what this movie is so cool for. Cool, sweet. All right, we're about halfway with the meter then, so we're a little bit under half. I'm gonna do a cheeky bit of mining while I'm here. You can see it's sort of like blue at the moment, so hopefully, once it gets full, it is really cool. In fact, there was a mission earlier. I really, really wish I had actually recorded it because it basically gave me infinite super. The very first time it introduced it, I could just spam it constantly to fight this monster. It was a monster I wasn't supposed to be able to defeat at the time. You might have seen this sort of like spectral, feathery looking dragon thing before, with really cool sort of oriental looking armor. That's the thing I thought early on. It's, you know, typical Monster Hunter. You fight like a strong monster you're not supposed to kill early. It flies away for a bit and you come back and fight it later. Oh, actually, interestingly, let me test something out. Normally the meter only goes green when I can use it. Maybe Sword and Shield can use it sooner. I've only actually used... Let me just go and sharpen. I've only actually used the special for the hammer, which is like a really cool massive jump attack. It's super cool. But let's test out. If I can use this only halfway, that would be really cool. Well, no thank you. Hang on, let me just get in here first. Let's have a look. No, I definitely can't. Okay, so it might just be... I don't know why it's got green. Yeah, you definitely need it to be full, so... Hopefully we'll get there. That's precisely why I use a slightly weaker sword and shield, and we'll put it on challenge mode, because it should allow me to get to the challenge. I mean the thing before I need to wrap it up. So let's see how this goes. Whoa! I don't really want to die. Not today. Also, you can break the back of it. I probably should have been focusing more on its shell. I'm not specifically trying to farm it right now. This is more of just like a demo hunt for you guys. But you can break its left claw, its right claw, and the shell in its back. So basically like a Daimyo Hunter, right? Only with a spider twist. Huh. Whoa, get out of here. Oh yeah, we're about 3/4 of the way there now on the meter. Super cool. Where are you going? Let's try and go for a shell break while we're here. Let's try and do something. I do need some more parts, to be honest, because I wasted my materials using on the hammer. I wouldn't mind the sword and shield from this dude, so I guess this could be useful. Stop running away, man. Ooh. No, you don't. It's a lot easier to break the shell if you're playing as a team because he stops turning around looking at you, but we should be able to do it. Whoa. On the plus side, we're nearly there with the meter, which is handy. Also, it takes a lot more to break because obviously it's challenge mode as well, so everything is stacked against me basically, but it's fine. Come on, don't walk away. No. I want to go to the area. Yes, there we go. Look at that. See his brain. And we're nearly there as well. Here's hoping I don't like fluff my ultra and just like mess it up. Oh, I need to sharpen. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Shot. Also, I need a better weapon because the sharpness on this sword and shield goes down so fast. Hey, there we go. That'll do. Come on, please don't. I don't. Oh no! I killed it before I could show you the ultra. No. Alright, better carve it. What I'll do, let me just finish carving this. I will jump forward to another fight just to show you the ultra. Okay, so it's entirely possible that I killed another monster and I still didn't fill up my meter. So, for illustration purposes, if you bring out this is basically your page for your weapon. You have your ultras, your special moves, and talents as well. This is basically what it looks like at the moment. That is the sword and shield. If I had pressed F, that's what it would look like. And my hammer one that I've been using looks like this. There are two you can unlock. At the moment, this is the only one I've got. So I will endeavour to show you guys that in some gameplay at some point. But for now, I'm too strong, the monsters are too weak. It's not happening. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably try and do that on stream. But for the time being, that was a look at the new spider monster. That's the spider gear. It takes quite a while to farm. I think I had to farm about 10 of them. You need a couple of the eyes. In fact, I needed 3 eyes, which were quite rare parts. You also need some hair, which is it's supposed to be a common part, but you need it in quite large quantities, so it takes a little bit longer as well. But either way, that was some Monster Hunter Online gameplay. Again, if you guys have just tuned in, then I will be doing more generation stuff when I get back from E3, so a couple of weeks' time, so just hang tight for then. Next week will be a bit of a different week as well. There won't be fixed content, I'll just be doing stuff from E3, so there'll be lots of cool stuff on the channel, but it won't be the usual kind of fixed stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for that, but thank you for watching, and don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys next time.